hope you guys are great. Today I'm going to be giving some tips to new teachers and to anybody out there who wants to be a teacher. Well, the first tip here will be get to a new school or to a new environment. You get close to those who make you comfortable. So in a new environment, a new school, it's good for you to make friends with very, very passionate teachers, the friendly teachers, because they are going to be the ones to help you all the way through. It's so important because they will give you pointers, they're going to give you advices, they're going to give you resources that will help you out in the long run. So it's so very important for you to make friends with the positive and passionate teachers. In my first year, I got a lot of help. I was so lucky to join, I can call it a family, because everybody was willing to help. Everybody was willing to chip in. They were just so available to any questions I wanted to ask. They made themselves so approachable, so it was easy for me to learn new things. It was easy for me to have advice on certain things. So that making friends with these passionate and positive teachers is going to help you a lot in your career. The next point is going to be try to pick the brains, first, before picking the brains, you identify the teachers who are so invested in the profession, who are intellectuals, who are so, who are so devoted and who constantly develop themselves. So it's good for you to always pick their brains on certain topics. With those topics that you pick their brains about, it's going to teach you more on some certain aspects on what to do in your class. It's always good to pull them close to you so that at some certain point in times where you're stuck or you're hooked, you can go to them and ask some certain things, and they'll be able to help you at that moment. They'll even be there at the point where you need to develop yourself. They'll help you develop, as a teacher. They'll help you develop your skills, your management skills, and so on. So it's always good to also make friends with those who are very, very, very invested in the profession. Now, when you get to your class, it's always good to create. It's always good for you to create a very positive environment that encourages teamwork with your students. It's so important for you to create this environment. Get to know your students, be comfortable, make them comfortable with you in a sense that make them so comfortable with you in a way that they will feel free to tell you anything. It's so important, since the class is a place where they feel free, they learn. It's important for you to do. You need to get to know your students, and your students need to get to know you, so that environment they are learning will be very conducive for them. They are going to feel free. Within the year, you spend a lot of time with the children more than the parents. So that comfortable environment to create is very, very important. The next point is you need to develop a great management skills or techniques. This is important in order for you to control your class. Management skills are very important because there are some times where things will go out of hand in class, out of your control, you don't know what to do. So you need to manage your class properly. You need to learn how to manage your class. All of these management skills, there's the internet is available for us all right now. So if you don't know how to do some certain things, get to the internet. Look for what you're looking for. It's going to obviously give you what you want. So let's make use of our internet. Let's look for ways to improve ourselves through that. Let's not only use it for, so let's try as much as possible to create good class management techniques. You could do this by maybe making rules for the students to follow, making the students understand the border between play and studies. It's very important for them to be able to listen to you and to be able to serious when they need to be serious. Now the next point will be do not be afraid to mess up. To me, messing up is actually, it's actually good because you get to improve on yourself. Don't be afraid to mess up. Like I said before, the first point, that you need teachers who are invested in the profession to be able to help you. When you mess up, it gives you an opportunity to learn more. And trust me, when you mess up, the next time you're coming to do that thing, you do it much more better. So please, let's not be afraid to mess up. The next point would be to be organized and plan your lessons regularly. If you're not organized, if you don't plan your lessons before going to class, I bet you no learning is going to take place. Even you doing the teaching will be confused on what to do. So planning a lesson or session is very, very important. It lets you know what to do at this time or what to do. It lets you know what work to give the kids beforehand. With lesson plans, it lets you imagine, lets you create a process in the class beforehand. It makes you think ahead on some things you could do, the teaching methods you could do. So it's very, very important for you to plan before going to class. It's very, very important. In order for your sessions or lessons to go well, you need to plan. Another point would be let your student get to know you as a human. Because it's not only the subjects you're coming to teach them. You're coming to teach them manners, social behaviors, and so on. So they need to know you as a human. They need to know some of your faults and so on, so that they can be able to learn from it and fix on themselves too. With these points, it's a little bit tricky because if you let them too close to you, you're so jovial all the time, it's going to, cross the line where they will not be able to know when you're serious and when you're joking. So it's good with this point, you need to draw a line. When the students, when you are joking, the students know, okay, this is social time, this is laughing time, but when it's books, the students should know, okay, it's time now to study. Let me put my head and study. So please, it's also important for you to do all of these things. All of these points are so important, guys. And I will hope that it helps anybody out there. So please, if you have more tips that will help new teachers or aspiring teachers, please put in the comments below. It will go a great way. And please, guys, subscribe. And hey, if you're new here, you're so welcome. I appreciate. And if you're not new here, welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please put your comments below. See you later. Talk to you later. Bye.